And today, I'm going to tell you about a surprising ingredient that is helping many diabetic patients keep their blood sugar under control without needing medication. Many people use this ingredient daily without realizing the positive impact it can have on blood sugar levels. The most impressive part, it not only helps stabilize glucose but also boosts energy and overall well-being. So, stay with me until the end, because besides revealing this ingredient, I'll share 3 essential tips to maximize its effects and give you more control over your diabetes. And if you think more people should have access to this valuable information, leave a like so YouTube can show this video to more diabetics who need this help. Imagine being able to keep your blood sugar stable without constantly worrying about spikes and crashes. Sounds impossible? Well, there's one ingredient that has been quietly making a difference for many diabetics, yet most people overlook it completely. It's not some rare or expensive superfood, but something you might already have in your kitchen. The real question is, are you using it the right way to maximize its benefits? Studies show that certain natural compounds can significantly improve insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your body to regulate blood sugar levels. This particular ingredient is rich in these compounds, and when consumed correctly, it can help prevent those frustrating glucose fluctuations that leave you feeling tired and sluggish. But here's the twist. Most people unknowingly consume it in a way that reduces its effectiveness. Are you making this mistake too? One of the most fascinating things about this ingredient is how it works beyond just lowering blood sugar. It has been linked to better digestion, improved metabolism, and even lower inflammation levels, a key factor in preventing diabetes complications. That's why so many people who use it consistently report not just better glucose control, but also more energy and overall well-being. Who wouldn't want that? By now you're probably wondering, what is this ingredient and how can I make the most of it? Don't worry, I'll reveal it in just a moment. But first, let me ask you something. If you could improve one thing about your diabetes management, what would it be? More energy? Fewer sugar cravings? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and your response might even help someone else in the same situation. Thank you for being here and for taking your health seriously. I know managing diabetes can feel overwhelming, but small, smart choices add up over time, and this ingredient could be one of those simple yet powerful tools to help you regain control. The best part? You don't have to make drastic changes. You just need to use it in the right way to unlock its full potential. Now, before we go any further, I need to warn you, not all versions of this ingredient are created equal. In fact, some processed forms might do more harm than good. That's why it's crucial to know which type to choose and how to incorporate it into your diet properly. Otherwise, you might be missing out on all the incredible benefits it has to offer. Curious about how to use it to your advantage? Stay with me, because in the next section, I'll break down exactly how this ingredient works inside your body and why so many people are shocked by the difference it makes. Blood sugar spikes and crashes can make you feel exhausted, irritable, and even dizzy. But what if you could avoid these swings just by adding the right food to your diet? This ingredient works in a fascinating way. It slows down the absorption of sugar in your bloodstream, preventing those dangerous highs and lows that so many diabetics struggle with. But here's where it gets interesting. Did you know that many dishes that seem healthy for diabetics can actually be dangerous? Discover the recipes that really work. Stop feeling limited or insecure in the kitchen. My book brings together delicious and easy recipes specially created to keep your blood sugar under control and add more flavor to your life. I've already helped thousands of diabetics eat better, feel happier, and achieve a lighter life with my book. Every recipe has been tested and approved by those who understand the needs of people living with diabetes. Click the link in the first comment of this video now and get immediate access to the book that will transform your meals today. Most people focus only on cutting carbs, but the real game changer is knowing what to add to balance your meals. Scientific research has shown that this ingredient contains powerful natural fibers and antioxidants that help your body process glucose more efficiently. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who included this specific ingredient in their meals had lower blood sugar levels for hours after eating. That means fewer cravings, more energy, and less reliance on medication to keep things under control. Isn't that exactly what every diabetic wants? But here's something that might surprise you. Eating this ingredient at the wrong time of day could reduce its effectiveness. Timing matters when it comes to blood sugar management, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But before that, let's talk about a common mistake that might be sabotaging your progress. Many people unknowingly consume a highly processed version of this ingredient that has lost most of its natural benefits. If you're using it but not seeing results, this could be why. Let me take a quick second to thank you for being here and for taking the time to invest in your health. If you're serious about controlling your diabetes naturally, type balance in the comments. This will help reinforce your commitment to better blood sugar control, and also let me know that you're finding this information valuable. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Now back to the timing issue. When you eat this ingredient can be just as important as how you eat it. Some experts recommend consuming it before meals to help regulate post-meal blood sugar spikes, while others suggest it works best when paired with healthy fats and proteins to enhance its absorption. The key is to experiment and find what works best for your body. The good news? You don't have to completely change your diet to see results. Just a small amount of this ingredient used correctly can make a noticeable difference in your energy levels and glucose readings. I've heard so many success stories from people who simply added this one thing and finally started feeling in control again. But before you rush to the kitchen to try it out, there's one more thing you need to know. Not all brands or sources are equal. In fact, some versions are stripped of the very nutrients that make this ingredient so effective. In the next section, I'll reveal how to choose the right type and what to avoid at all costs to make sure you're getting the full benefits. Stay with me, because this next part is a real eye-opener. Here's something most people don't realize. Just because a food is healthy doesn't mean all versions of it are beneficial. When it comes to this ingredient, there's a huge difference between the natural, nutrient-rich form and the heavily processed versions that flood supermarket shelves. The problem? Many people think they're making a smart choice, but they're actually consuming something that spikes their blood sugar instead of stabilizing it. Take a look at the labels next time you're shopping. Some products labeled as healthy are loaded with added sugars, preservatives, and artificial fillers that strip away the very properties that make this ingredient so powerful. A study published in Diabetes Care found that processed versions of this ingredient had little to no impact on blood sugar control, while the natural form led to a significant improvement in glucose regulation. So if you're not seeing results, this could be the reason. But don't worry, getting the right version isn't complicated. Look for the least processed form with minimal ingredients. That's usually the best choice. If you're unsure, ask yourself this: would this ingredient have existed 100 years ago in the same form? If the answer is no, then it's probably been overly processed. The closer it is to its natural state, the better it will be for your blood sugar levels. By the way, I just want to take a moment to say thank you for sticking with me and for being proactive about your health. It's incredible to see so many people taking control of their diabetes naturally. If you've ever been surprised by how much hidden sugar is in healthy foods, type eye-opening in the comments. Trust me, once you start checking labels, you'll be shocked at what you find. Now, once you have the right version of this ingredient, how you use it matters just as much. Some people mix it into their meals without realizing that heat, cooking methods, or even the wrong food pairings can weaken its effects. To get the best results, it's important to use it in a way that maximizes its natural blood sugar stabilizing properties. One simple trick: pair it with fiber and protein to slow down glucose absorption, keeping your blood sugar steady for hours. Another method is to consume it before meals, as some experts suggest this can help prevent blood sugar spikes after eating. Small tweaks like these can make all the difference in how well it works for you. But here's where things get really interesting. There's a secret combination that enhances this ingredient's effectiveness even more. And when you use them together, the results can be incredible. In the next section, I'll reveal what to pair it with to supercharge its benefits and help you gain even better control over your glucose levels. You won't want to miss this. Did you know that some foods work together like a perfect team to help regulate blood sugar? It's not just about what you eat, but how you combine certain ingredients that makes all the difference. And this particular ingredient becomes even more powerful when paired with the right nutrients. The best part? You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diets. Just a simple addition to your meals can enhance its ability to keep glucose levels stable. Recent studies have shown that combining this ingredient with healthy fats and fiber-rich foods can slow down sugar absorption, preventing spikes and crashes. One study in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who paired it with omega-3 fatty acids had improved insulin sensitivity and lower fasting glucose levels. That means better energy, fewer cravings, and a reduced risk of diabetes complications, all by making one small adjustment to your meals. But here's the catch: most people don't know the right food pairings, so they miss out on these benefits. For example, some people mix it with processed carbs, which can actually lead to higher blood sugar instead of stabilizing it. If you're using this ingredient but not seeing results, the problem might not be the ingredient itself, but what you're eating with it. So what's the best way to use it? Before I reveal that, I just want to say thank you for being here and for investing in your health. It's inspiring to see so many people taking action to control their diabetes naturally. If you're excited to learn the perfect combination, type "stronger together" in the comments. This will not only show me you're engaged, but it might also encourage others to pay attention and take charge of their health too. Now back to the secret combination. Experts recommend pairing this ingredient with foods rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Things like nuts, avocados, and leafy greens. These foods help slow digestion, allowing glucose to be released more gradually into the bloodstream, keeping your levels steady for hours. That means no more mid-afternoon crashes or sudden cravings. One easy way to do this: use this ingredient in a breakfast smoothie with fiber-rich greens and healthy fats, or add it to a meal that includes lean protein and complex carbs. Small changes like these can have a big impact on your overall blood sugar balance, and the results can be felt within days. Many people who have tried this approach report better focus, more consistent energy, and fewer sugar cravings throughout the day. But there's still one thing that could be holding you back. Even if you're using this ingredient correctly, stress and poor sleep can sabotage your progress, no matter how good your diet is. And in the next section, I'll explain exactly how to protect yourself from these hidden glucose disruptors. Because managing diabetes isn't just about food. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could be the missing piece you've been looking for. You might be eating all the right foods, using this powerful ingredient, and still struggling with blood sugar spikes. Why? Because food isn't the only factor that affects glucose levels. In fact, two of the biggest disruptors, stress and poor sleep, can silently sabotage all your efforts, making it harder for your body to control blood sugar, no matter how healthy your diet is. Let's talk about stress first. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that triggers the liver to release extra glucose into your bloodstream, even if you haven't eaten anything. This is why many people notice higher blood sugar levels during stressful situations. A study from the Diabetes and Metabolism Journal found that people with chronic stress had significantly higher A1C levels, meaning their glucose remained elevated over time. The worst part, most of us don't even realize when stress is taking a toll on our bodies. Now, let's talk about sleep. Did you know that just one night of poor sleep can make you more insulin resistant the next day? Research published in The Lancet showed that lack of sleep can reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 25%, making it harder for your body to process sugar efficiently. This explains why some diabetics wake up with high fasting glucose, even when they ate well the day before. Poor sleep also increases cravings for sugar and carbs, making it even harder to maintain steady glucose levels throughout the day. I want to take a quick moment to say thank you for sticking with me and taking your health seriously. The fact that you're here learning and making changes already puts you ahead. If you've ever noticed your blood sugar rising during stressful times or after a bad night's sleep, type "stress affects me" in the comments. It's important to recognize these patterns so you can take action. So what can you do about it? The key is to actively manage stress and improve sleep quality. Simple habits like deep breathing exercises, daily walks, and setting a relaxing bedtime routine can make a huge difference. Studies show that just 10 minutes of meditation a day can lower cortisol levels, leading to more stable blood sugar and better overall health. And when it comes to sleep, maintaining a consistent schedule, reducing screen time before bed, and avoiding heavy meals late at night can help regulate glucose levels overnight. Here's something interesting. This powerful ingredient we've been talking about may also support better sleep and stress reduction. Some of its natural compounds have been linked to lower inflammation, improved brain function, and even a calming effect on the nervous system. That means it doesn't just help regulate blood sugar directly. It can also support your body in other ways that contribute to better glucose control. But before we wrap up, there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle: the best way to include this ingredient in your daily routine without getting bored or feeling restricted. Many people struggle with consistency, but I have some easy, delicious, and effective ways to help you stick with it effortlessly. In the next section, I'll share the best methods to make this ingredient a part of your lifestyle so you can see real, lasting results. Stay with me, because this is where things get really practical. Knowing about a powerful ingredient is one thing, but actually using it consistently is what makes the difference. One of the biggest struggles diabetics face is sticking to healthy habits long enough to see real results. It's easy to try something for a few days and then forget about it, especially when life gets busy. But what if I told you there are simple, effortless ways to make this ingredient part of your daily routine without feeling like you're on a strict diet? The key is to incorporate it into meals you already enjoy, instead of treating it like some extra thing you have to remember. For example, if you drink coffee or tea in the morning, you can easily mix this ingredient in for an added blood sugar balancing boost. Prefer smoothies? Just toss it in with some healthy fats and fiber for a powerful breakfast that keeps your glucose levels steady for hours. The trick is to find a way that works for you so it becomes second nature instead of feeling like a chore. Another great way to stay consistent is to pair it with another habit you already do daily. This is called habit stacking, and it's one of the best techniques for building lasting routines. For example, if you take supplements every morning, you can store this ingredient next to them as a reminder to use it. Or, if you prepare meals in advance, you can pre-portion it into small containers so it's ready to go. The easier you make it, the more likely you are to stick with it. By the way, thank you for being here and taking your health seriously. It's inspiring to see people making real changes for better blood sugar control. If you're ready to commit to using this ingredient daily, type "I'm in the comments. Saying it out loud makes it real, and who knows, you might inspire someone else to take action too. Now, here's something exciting. There are certain times of the day when this ingredient is even more effective. Some studies suggest that using it before a meal can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes, while others show that consuming it before bed can support more stable overnight glucose levels. The best approach? Experiment with different times and track your blood sugar to see what works best for you. Everyone's body responds differently, so the goal is to find your personal sweet spot. And if you're someone who easily gets bored of eating the same thing every day, don't worry. There are plenty of creative ways to use this ingredient. It can be sprinkled on meals, blended into drinks, or even combined with other blood sugar-friendly foods for an even bigger impact. The key is to make it something you enjoy, so it never feels like a burden. But before we wrap up, I want to give you 3 powerful bonus tips to help you take your blood sugar control to the next level. These are things that many diabetics overlook, but they can make a huge difference in how you feel every single day. So stick with me until the end, because you won't want to miss these final takeaways. Now that you know how this incredible ingredient can help regulate blood sugar, let's take things a step further. Most diabetics focus only on food, but true blood sugar control comes from a combination of smart habits. That's why I want to leave you with 3 bonus tips that can make a huge difference in your daily glucose levels, especially when used alongside this ingredient. These are things that many people overlook, but once you apply them, you'll start seeing real improvements. Tip number 1. Walk after your meals. You don't need an intense workout. Just a 10 to 15-minute walk after eating can significantly lower blood sugar levels. A study published in Diabetes Care found that short walks after meals were more effective at reducing glucose spikes than a single long workout session. Why? Because movement helps your muscles use up excess sugar before it builds up in your bloodstream. So if you can, make it a habit to go for a light walk after lunch or dinner. It's one of the simplest, most powerful things you can do for your health. Tip number 2. Stay hydrated with the right drinks. Dehydration can lead to higher blood sugar levels, and many people don't realize they're not drinking enough. But here's the catch. Not all drinks are created equal. Sugary beverages, even so-called healthy juices, can cause massive glucose spikes. Instead, focus on water, herbal teas, or drinks with ingredients that support blood sugar balance. Things like cinnamon-infused water or apple cider vinegar mixed with water before meals. Keeping your body properly hydrated helps your kidneys flush out excess sugar and keeps everything running smoothly. Tip number 3. Get sunlight in the morning. This one surprises a lot of people, but morning sunlight can actually improve insulin sensitivity. Research in the Journal of Endocrinology suggests that exposure to natural light early in the day helps regulate circadian rhythms, which in turn supports better glucose metabolism. Just 10-20 minutes of sunlight first thing in the morning can help your body process insulin more effectively and even improve sleep quality, which, as we discussed earlier, is crucial for blood sugar control. So, next time you wake up, step outside for a few minutes and let your body soak in the benefits. Before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you for sticking with me until the end. Your commitment to learning and improving your health is truly inspiring. If you found these tips helpful, type "stronger every day" in the comments. It's a great way to remind yourself and others that small daily actions lead to big changes over time. Now, if you really want to take control of your diabetes and make lasting improvements, I've put together a playlist with even more tips on how to keep your blood sugar stable naturally. Click here to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay consistent, and take care of yourself. Oh, and before you go, there's something else you really need to know. Because even with this ingredient, what you eat throughout the day can make or break your blood sugar control. I'm leaving a video on the screen right now that reveals some of the biggest mistakes diabetics make when it comes to food. Mistakes that could be silently spiking your glucose without you even realizing it. If you've ever wondered why your blood sugar still fluctuates even when you think you're eating healthy, this video will open your eyes. Click on it now and watch before your next meal. It could completely change the way you manage your diabetes. I'll see you there.